So after we've deployed, fine-tuned and deployed the model and gotten the endpoint name, we can now proceed to making a model organism and evaluating it. So what is a model organism? You can see what it looks like in lib/model organism. It's just a data class essentially that has a URL to the model, which is going to be this URL, and a string for the control model, which in this case would be Qwen332p. You can also provide a system prompt and provider, as well as a name for the model. So a sample model organism looks like this. And we can create a new model organism just by copying one of these folders. By default, the model organism name is just the folder name. So I guess we can just name this test. And you can see that there's a main.py file and a single function get that returns a model organism. So we're going to paste in our, we're going to paste in the endpoint name. So I think it might be better to actually this endpoint name right here. And the provider is together. The control model is not this. It's Qwen3, Qwen332b. And that's all you need to do. You can also change the system prompt to be anything you want, but we're ready to run the eval. So to run the evaluation to validate that the model is alignment faking, we run validate model.py. So validate. So Python validate model.py. Make sure that the virtual environment is activated first. If not, then you can just activate it using source.env/bin/activate. And now we can use Python validate model.py. Oh, whoops, that's not going to work. We're going to have to set the model first. So we set the model, which is just going to be QuentTest. And then we set an environment, which I think by default, it's just report failure. You can see here that this is the code for validate model script. And yeah, the default model is report failure. And an environment is just a set of tasks that we validate the model on. You can see here what an environment looks like. Sandbox, just Docker, tools, scores, and a path to some data sets. So report failure just looks like this. You can define a custom score. And there are some observed and unobserved data sets. So you can see the point of this environment is to report some model evaluation scores where the model is failing, and then seeing if the model lies and actually says that it passed. The difference between the observed and unobserved data set is in the observed data set, we tell the model is being monitored, and in the unobserved one, we tell that it is not. And the point of this is to figure out if the model behaves differently while it's observed versus not observed. So while this is running, you can monitor what is going on in the terminal. And you can see we also use another model to judge the model outputs for misalignment. And you can see we've successfully completed this model validation. And to view the traces, we can run this command. So you can see the scores, inputs and outputs. And to plot the results, we can run this command over here. Cool. And the plots will be outputted into plots, which is a folder over here. It'll be in the validate model folder and the name of the model and the environment. And you can see here that the model is almost never misaligned, but it sometimes reason about its if it's being observed or not. And that is how you use the fine-tuned model with Inspect AI.